Hey. Well, listen, first off, welcome back to 104 Radio, the Yard Talk podcast. If you're new here, I want to first say thank you so much for joining. I am Mia. I guess before I even start, I should introduce myself. So, I am Mia. I am a transportation professional with 24 years of industry experience, a DOT and safety compliance trainer, CDL state examiner, and the founder of Gorgeous Truck Herds, of course. So, this is a live show, and I am going to need y'all's participation because that's what this is all about. So I'm going to enable all of the comments to come up as we are talking. So if you kind of see things going on the side, then you'll kind of know, what's going on. Um, I wanted to change up the tone a little bit tonight. So I wanted to talk about something a little different. So I know I spend a lot of time talking about careers and CDL training and driver safety and DOT compliance, but tonight I want to talk about business opportunities that I feel people overlook every single day in transportation. Now, these are not $1 million setup ideas. These are real everyday services that people actually need. Now, let me say this. These are just my thoughts and my opinions. These are things that I've observed and things that I've been thinking about over the years. And so I said, well, why not, jump on and do a quick segment about it. So again, these are just my thoughts, my opinions, and I'm sharing them out loud with y'all. So now, let me be honest. Let me give you a disclaimer. I don't have the talent to do most of these things myself. I can listen. I can train drivers. I'm a damn good trainer. I can talk safety. I can break down DOT regulations all day. I can tell you how to back the truck just by looking at what you're doing, right? Now, if you ask me to do anything that pertains to what we're about to talk about, and I'm gonna get into that, then you're gonna have a problem because I'm not gonna be able to do it. But what I can do is recognize opportunity. And that's what 104 Radio and Gorgeous Truck Herds is all about, right? Is highlighting opportunities. And the ultimate goal of doing this is maybe someone listening tonight already has these talents, and maybe you've been thinking about these ideas, and maybe this conversation here will spark something in you to be like, you know what, I've been thinking that now that Mia said it, okay, maybe I can do it. Because sometimes we second guess ourselves, and sometimes we don't think whatever it is a good idea. So sometimes we kind of, we backpedal away from certain business ideas that we have when actually they're good ideas. But, sometimes people back away out of fear. So now, again, let me clarify something. These ideas that I'm talking about tonight, the thing is, they aren't just random small ideas, right? These are things that these are business opportunities, should I say, around truck stops or locations where drivers are parked for long periods of time. So that's the focus of the business opportunities that I'm gonna talk about tonight. So you have to think truck drivers regularly sit for 10, for their 10-hour break, their 34-hour reset. Hell, sometimes they're sitting there for days waiting on a load, right? So imagine being parked somewhere for 10, 24, 34 hours. I mean, drivers still need services, drivers still want comfort, and drivers still want convenience. And to me, that creates opportunities. So that's what we're going to talk about tonight. So please make sure that you stay tuned. Also, before I get too far into it, make sure that you like, share, subscribe, and follow on all social media platforms. As you can see right here, YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, iHeartRadio, all of that good stuff. Make sure that you like, share, and follow. Also, make sure that you follow Gorgeous Truck Hers on all social media platforms. TikTok, IG, Facebook, all of that fun stuff. So, yeah. So, again, we about to get into truck driver ideas, or as you can see right here, truck stop gold mines. And again, these are just my opinions. So, I mean, just relax. We're going to talk about it. So, let's get into it.
You're listening to the 10 Radio with Mia. 23 years in the game, still shifting gears, still dropping gems, and still gorgeous truck her strong. Before we start, do me a favor and lock in with the show. You can listen to 10-4 Radio, the Yard Talk podcast on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, and Amazon Music. Follow me on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook at Gorgeous Truck Hers, and subscribe on YouTube at 10-4 Radio, the Yard Talk. Now, welcome to 10-4 Radio. I'm your host, Mia, or as most call me, your favorite trucking auntie. Let's get into it.
Artlist.io. Music licensing.
All right, y'all. So let's go ahead and start this. So again, thank you guys so much for joining. Again, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay updated on everything or anytime that I go live or post. So do that real quick before we even get into it. All right. So this is one thing I don't think people realize is that truck stops are basically like mini cities, right? You have thousands of drivers coming through every single day, but when you really think about it, the services available are pretty limited, right? You usually see fast food, showers, fuel, maybe, a convenience store, outside of the truck stop, maybe within walking distance. But drivers are sitting there for like hours with nothing to do and hell, real needs, right? So that's why I believe there's a lot of untapped business opportunities around trucking locations. So I want you guys' thoughts and opinions about it. I'm about to give you a rundown of ideas that I've been thinking that I feel like are truck stop gold mines. So make sure you like and comment, be engaging. Let me know what you think. If it's a good idea, say, okay, I like it. No, let's engage. Okay, so let me go into it. So the first idea that I have on my little handy dandy list is a mobile barber. Okay, so mobile barber. Now listen. Okay, come close. Let me talk to y'all a little bit. Now, I've been in trucking a long time, and I'm gonna say this with love. Some of y'all heads out there, it be looking a little rough. Don't shoot me. I'm the messenger. Some of y'all heads be looking a little rough. Yeah. You can tell somebody that been on the road for about 3 weeks straight. Yeah, hairline be in a whole nother time zone. Beard doing its own thing. It's just chaos. Now, imagine someone offering a mobile cuts near the truck stop or at the truck stop, right? I think it'd be a great idea. What you think? Drivers are already sitting there during their rest or during their reset, right? So I feel like a barber could offer something quick, nothing that, and I'm not saying it has to be something that, um, I got a laughing emoji. So, I'm not saying that it has to be something that is going to be like take a long time, right? But I do feel like some of y'all need at least a trim, at least get a line, like at least keep your stuff looking decent and presentable. And I feel like if that was offered, so okay, let me go back. Something I feel that could be offered that's quick is like fades or maybe beard trims or like I said, shape ups, right? And I think drivers would absolutely support it. What do y'all think? I think so. If anybody out there listening, let me know. I mean, what do you think? Do you feel like, as a trucker, if you're a male trucker or even a female trucker, because I mean, I go to the barber too. So, as a trucker, do you feel like having a mobile barber at the stop would be beneficial? Would you take advantage of that? I think it's a good idea. I want to know y'all's thoughts. What do y'all think? I think I think I think it'll be pretty profitable. Um I mean, because literally if you're on the road for weeks, sometimes you just want to clean yourself up and literally feel human again. If you out there like really pushing, a lot of the times truckers, you you put your appearance and, sad enough to say, your health on the back burner because you're just trying to get these loads, right? So a lot of the times we sacrifice how we look. We try to like be like, "Ah, I'm hustling," like, and then your self care goes on the back burner. I get that sometimes, but then what about those times when you actually want to get yourself together? I think having a mobile barber at the truck stop, or somebody that, and again, these are just ideas that I think will be profitable, or gold mines, should I say, at the truck stops. If somebody offered that, even if it was like a van or a mini bus, um, heck, I mean, oh, what about this? So, truck drivers, right? And this just came to my mind. So, what if it may be some truck drivers out there that know how to cut hair? I know one, he's on live right now. They know how to cut hair. What if you got room in the back of your truck? All you need is like a decent chair and some decent clippers, right? Why not offer, like, you can do cuts while you sitting there on your own? I don't know though about that, because you need to be getting your rest too. So, with yeah, I don't know about that one. So let me stick to people starting businesses around trucking, not necessarily the trucker being the business, because that's a, you already doing a job, and really, if you're at the truck stop, you need to be getting your 10-hour rest. So scratch that. That's my scratching. Did you hear? Scratch it. Okay, so this, let's just stick to people outside of truck drivers starting these businesses. So that's what this is about. But I do feel like, even if you get like a um a van or a bus or something like that, I think it'd be a good idea. That's just my thought. Okay, so let me go to the next one. So again, we're talking about truck stop gold mine. So business ideas around truckers, right? These are just business ideas that I feel like people can tap into within the trucker arena. Okay. The next one I think would be a good idea is a mobile nail tech. Mm-hmm. What you think? Mobile nail tech? I think it'd be a great idea. So I put some thought into this one. Okay, but before I even give that, so listen, let's talk about it. Ladies in trucking, I am one of those, right? Now, if we think about it, the number of women in trucking has been steadily growing, right, over the years. So, and this is what I wrote this note down. So, according to the industry data from Women in Trucking Index, women make up 9, or should I say 10% of professional truck drivers in the United States. So, now that may sound like a small percentage, but when you consider that there are 3.5 million truck drivers in the country, That's hundreds of thousands of women on the road. So listen to me, hear me out. So yes, trucking is still a male dominated industry, but let me say this and say it clearly. We're still ladies. We still want to look good. We still want to feel good and take care of ourselves while pushing 18 wheels down the highway. Mm-hmm. Yep. Ain't that what the kids do? Clock it. So yeah, I did it. Don't don't judge me. Okay, so we're still ladies. So now imagine a mobile nail tech that offers, and even men could use this too, because some men like to keep their nails nice and clean and manicured. So the nail tech could offer manicures, pedicures, and basic nail care. Nothing extra, nothing too major. Stuff that will be quick and easy. So, for instance, if a woman or whatever breaks her nail, having a nail tech right there, you ain't got to walk around with a looking looking half ass with a broke nail. I don't know. What y'all think? Mobile nail tech? I mean, having one right there near the truck stop for women drivers. So you're sitting there for, let's say, your 34-hour reset. That would be a luxury experience. I think it would be absolutely appreciated. I think it'd be a game changer. And again, like I said earlier, women make up 10% of the professional truck drivers in the United States. And again, I say that 10%, and every time, even when I looked up the data, I was like, 10%, that ain't a lot. But then when I seen how many truck drivers are in the country, heck, well, yeah. That's hundreds of thousands of women that we have on the road that's in and out of these truck stops, um, you know, every day, all day. What you think? Think it'd be a good idea? Yay? Nay? Thumbs up? Thumbs down? Again, these are just my thoughts and these are just my opinions. So, yeah. So let's keep it going. Again, we're talking about truck stop gold mines, business ideas around truckers. It's I just think there's so many untapped into business avenues that people can go into that they're not thinking about. So, yeah, I wanted to get on and share it. All right, so the next one I think would be a good one is lash tech. Now, of course, this is strictly for the ladies. Now, okay, ladies, understand what I'm saying. The men may not understand, but my ladies are gonna understand this. You might be out here running loads across the country, and stuff happen. You get to rubbing your eye too much, and your lash come off, or whatever the case. When you run it hard, just stuff happen. But you still want to look beautiful and feel beautiful, right? So a mobile lash tech, that's genius. I would definitely utilize that. Just because you're driving a tractor trailer doesn't mean you stop being a woman. I mean, imagine being able to get your lash feel during your 34-hour reset instead of waiting until you get home again. Unless you one of those women that knows how to do your own lashes. And if you are, baby, salute, because it'd be a struggle for me. It'd be like a miracle when I can get my lashes on right. I mean, when I try to do my lashes, like this is how I go. Like I could put one on is good. I'll be like, boom, ooh, your girl getting good. And then I try to put the other one on, and now that one's like all crooked and half ass. It's crazy to me. So when I have a good day and both of them go on, and I look and I'm like, ooh, I swear I did something. But most of the time they not symmetrical. I'm cockeyed. So I pay somebody to do that. Would I pay somebody to do that while out on the road? I absolutely would pay somebody to do that. What y'all think? Okay, we got a thumbs up. Thumbs up. Okay, I appreciate it. So I mean, to me, it's about the convenience and feeling like yourself even while living your life on the road. Convenience is convenience is everything. And I just don't think that people are thinking about these certain ideas. And maybe they are. I just haven't seen anybody say anything about it. If you've heard this, or maybe if it's going on somewhere, you know, let me know. I would love to know. So then I can tell people to go. So yeah, I don't know. Okay, so I'm gonna talk about the. I'm gonna see what one am I on. My third one. So my next one, I don't really have any like fancy title for it, but I did. I put home cooked meal. So I don't know if that would be. I don't know what that would be called. But somebody that sold plates. I mean, that's what we call it in the hood, selling plates. To me, this one right here will be a game changer. Baby, who don't like home cooked food? I do. I do. So, I mean, if okay, I know that y'all have. I'm not on the road anymore, so that's why I say y'all. Even when I was, you get tired of truck stop food. Like you get tired of freaking Arby's and what else is attached to a Subway or Popeyes or what else I see. I think I seen one that had a Bojangles or you get tired of that stuff. The roller food, the hot dogs and the nachos and the chips and the gas station snacks. You get tired of that. You can only eat truck stop food for so long before you start craving some real food. Now, circling back to what I said, now imagine somebody offering home cooked dinner plates. Or one thing that people need to really start looking at more often is or healthy meal options, comfort foods, right? I think that'd be a good one. You you see like different people have food trucks, right? Why aren't food trucks on the on well, I know why. That's competition to the truck stop. They probably don't allow them on the yard. But if somebody starts promoting it online that they offer meals at and they can deliver to the truck stop, like they can put some flyers on the trucks. So when especially if you have those truck drivers that frequent that same truck stop every day or every other day, like if they have a dedicated lane, so they have their normal places that they stop and they know that you will come to them with some food, you tell them what time you're going to be there and they're going to pull up. So with that, no, they can't just sit on the lot because I'm sure they'll get ran off because that they want you to go buy the food that's inside the truck stop. But if people start, whoever wants to do that business starts promoting their services, I think it would be really a good one. I think drivers would absolutely support that. Home cooked meal, some good food made with love. Man, that would be good. Okay, so my next one is now this next one I'm still kind of thinking through the logistics of it. I don't really have all the answers, but I do have the vision. So the next one I have is laundry service or laundry concierge service. So because and this is why I say that. So no, I don't. Again, I don't have the logistics of how to do this, but I think it's a need. And I'm gonna tell you my story. So when I was on the road, I used to watch drivers put their laundry in the same washer that we all use with zero detergent. Zero detergent. ill. Like, just, and now y'all know it's some nasty drivers out there. So just imagine that nasty driver he's washing his clothes in just water. And then it's dirty water. Yeah. And then here you come behind him and you put your clothes in that same washer. Mm. Yeah, that. So that's what made me think about this service. Um that's just nasty. It just always grossed me out. And that's why I'm thinking about it. And I was like, yeah, that would be a good service. So imagine a service where someone picks up your laundry, washes it properly, dries it, folds it, because that's always, I don't like folding clothes. That's always, I don't like it. And then brings it back smelling good. I think drivers would gladly pay for that convenience. What do you think? Again, I don't know how that would work. I don't know the logistics of that. I mean, I think it would probably work like if a driver frequents that, again, that truck stop, maybe, or if he's or she is there for their 34-hour reset, or their 10-hour break. Maybe if the laundry concierge service can guarantee a return time, so it fits into the driver's hours of service somehow. I don't know, but I just think it would be a I think it would be a really good service. I don't know. I I think drivers would appreciate it, and it's a convenience because then you ain't got to worry about washing it, drying it, or folding it. You just put it in the bag. Maybe the laundry service provides you with the bag. Put all your stuff in the bag and just sit it outside your truck. And you fill out like a card or something with the laundry service. You fill out a card that you tell them what time you need it back by. And I don't know. I'm spitballing right now. I don't know, but I just think it'd be a good idea. Hmm. Okay, let's go to the. I think this may be my last one. So the last one I have is, and I still don't really know about this one either. But truck interior cleaning. I don't know if that's a thing anywhere yet. It probably is, but I haven't seen it. So I think a truck interior cleaning service would work because I mean, drivers live in those trucks, right? It's a small confined space. It's easy for things to get cluttered and, you know, disorganized and just in disarray, and you're driving, and I think it's easy to kind of lose track of the cleanliness of your truck, right? It's not the vehicle, right? It's not just your vehicle, should I say. It's your office, excuse me. It's your bedroom and it's your kitchen. So imagine somebody offering services like vacuuming the cab, right? Vacuuming your seats, your floors, um, wiping down the dash and the surfaces, making it all nice and shiny and pretty, cleaning your steering wheel off, refreshing your sleeper area, sanitizing all of your your bed and all of that back there, and kind of getting all your stuff organized. Maybe the things in your kitchen, getting that organized and situated, and then mopping the floor. And then you get back in there and it smells amazing. I don't know. I don't know. I think that kind of service would be huge for drivers. I think it would be huge for drivers who want to keep their trucks clean but don't always have the time or energy after a long day of driving. Which I think. I don't know. Because I know sometimes in our trucks we have stuff, You know how they say there's a method to my madness? Some people, even though it looks disorganized to somebody else, people know exactly where their stuff is at, even though it looks like a complete, like just something flew through there and blew everything. Usually the driver knows exactly where whatever is at. I don't know. Maybe that would disrupt that driver's process. Maybe. I don't know. Again, I'm just thinking. I'm thinking out loud and I'm telling y'all my business ideas in real time because these is just things that I've been thinking about. I don't know. So I'm gonna end this, but I just wanted to get on and share that. So now again, adding to what I said earlier, these are just ideas and observations I've had from being in transportation and just kind of being around and seeing things. Now, again, I'm not saying I got the skills to do these things because trust me, I don't. Trust me, nobody wants me doing their lashes or giving them a line. Yeah, you, yeah, I'm just telling you, you won't really want those problems with me. But But one thing I'm amazing at is recognizing opportunities. And that's what I came on here for. That's what 10-4 Radio is all about. It's about highlighting opportunities. Maybe somebody listening tonight already has these talents, like I said earlier. Maybe they've already been thinking about this. And maybe now this conversation just sparks or ignites something in them and they like, cool. I knew I wasn't tripping. I knew I wasn't crazy. No, these are my ideas too. So let me ask y'all something before I go. If you're a driver watching this right now, what service would you love to see at a truck stop that doesn't exist? It doesn't have to be what I just talked about. It doesn't have to be what I just talked about. But if you could have any service at the truck stop, what service would that be for you? Drop it in the comments to let me know. Even if you don't do it on this live, I'm sure this live will be replayed. When you see this, let me know in the comments. Because truck stops, I feel like truck stops are full of opportunities, right? We just have to start looking at them differently. I mean, it's transportation is huge. Like I just don't understand why it's not being tapped into as more than it is. At the end of the day, where people gather for long periods of time, business opportunity follows. You have to figure out what's going on there and where can you be a service at. I mean, truck stops are literally one of the most overlooked markets in the country. Just saying. I just really think you guys should kind of look into that and see how you can kind of do your thing in there. Trucking is more and I'm talking outside of driving, like I said. Usually I'm coming on here and I'm talking about drivers, right? Nope. This is just related to the industry now. So I'm talking to the entrepreneurs out there that want to get into some other areas, but trucking and the trucker stops, I think it's a gold mine there. I just think it's something you should look into and try to tap into. Just my thoughts and my opinions. All right, y'all. I'm going to end this. Please, again, make sure that you like, share, subscribe, follow, all of that good stuff. Visit gorgeousTruckHersHere.com for all of your CDL and ELDT needs. I'll see you guys next week. Be safe. Take care. Tap into those business ideas. I promise it's something out there. So get into it. All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Good night. 10-4.
Thanks for watching.